Hey, this is Carl with New Septic. I'm going to cover in this video how you can set up your map for printing. To get started, I've already set up my map here, and I'm going to click the print button in the top right. The print view layout is set up with all the tools you would need to establish a nice looking PDF of the map. And on the left hand side here, you can see the print button, save, and we set up a general title for you, and you can edit that here. And whether you want the map legend, and we offer 3 scales at the moment, so we're going to be expanding this here in the future. But for this map, I'll go ahead and select 1 inch equals 50, and I can set what items I want in the legend. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and put a couple that are essential for the map, and take off a few that I might not want. Alright, so, and from here, it's basically editing your labels. So to edit labels in New Septic, there's 2 options. You can click on the label itself, and as you can see, this one's a little hard to grab because the soil boundary is kind of on top of that. So what you can do additionally is come over here to this side and find what you want to label and just select that. And it's going to bring up the label style window. So in the label style, you can choose to shut that label off. You can edit the text of the label, and the changes you make should show up in real time. So typically what I do is I'll align the text to whatever side is the least interference with other features. So I will tend to spin this and set the x-axis offset, so you can start tweaking that. And since this one is showing up a little bit with some interference from the background objects, I'm going to set the background text to white. And so I'm just going to continue on with the tanks and the components for each one of those. So I'll set it to the right alignment for the text, scroll down, and then I'm going to set the X offset. And you can set the Y offset to align it up with that label. Actually set the text background. And for this, for the treatment system, I think I'm just going to send it right to the left. So in this regard, you can go through and set up all your labels. And so the zoom is affected by if you scroll on your mouse, it will change the scale of the map. So you have to be cautious of that when you're working in the map view. print view, sorry. So see how if you draw, like for instance, this force main, we have two pipe sections here, and new septic will just apply a default force main 1 and 2 and etc. 3, 4, however many you draw. So if you wanted to just say keep one label because it's basically the same pipe diameter the whole section, you could just you could take the label for the force main 1, which is this little section here, and just turn it off. That way it's not cluttering up this area up here. And you could take the force main 2, and what the difference between the pipes and the polygons and the point features in the print view is there's either point or line placement, text placement. So if you want the text to run along the line, you can keep it to line. But if you wanted to say set an X offset or something like that for this, you would have to switch that to point. So that's a little bit of a difference there. So you can start labeling this. So when you have your labels looking pretty good, you want to definitely save the map layout. That way you don't lose any work on there. And this is pretty much a good intro to how to use the. So this is a good intro, a good starting intro on how to So this has been just a high level. So this is a. So now that have all our. So now we have all our labels set. We can go ahead and print this PDF, and you can go ahead and download that or print that from here. You can close this out if you're done with that and save it and X out. So that's been a high level overview of the. So that's a brief overview of how to set up your map for print.